Half-Life 3. A name so infamous, mythical, shrouded in mystery, its very existence is up in the air. But here's the question. Is Half-Life 3 actually coming out? Is it real? The answer may be closer than it seems.
Toxin levels detected.
So, what do we actually know about Half-Life 3? And why are people even saying it's coming out? Well, there's a lot to unpack there, so let's rewind about a month or so. November 12th, 2025. On this fateful day not too long ago, Valve dropped a huge bombshell. They announced the Steam Machine, Steam Controller, and the Steam Frame, which if you didn't know, it's like a little VR headset that's supposed to be just like the Meta Quest. Now, why is this important? Well, if you've been following Valve for as long as I have, you'd know that they have a certain way of doing things. They're a very weird company, and they're allowed to do basically whatever they want to after the billions of dollars they've raked in through Steam over the years. These days, they really only release games to show off whatever hardware they're coming out with. When they dropped the Steam Deck a few years ago in 2022, they shipped it with Aperture Desk Job, which was a little tech demo set in the Portal universe that shows off what the Steam Deck can do. When the Valve Index came out in 2019, they dropped our case in point, Half-Life Alyx. Half-Life Alyx had a lot riding on it, and oh my god, did it hit. Amazing game aside, the reason Valve made a fully fledged title for the Valve Index instead of a little tech demo like they did for the Steam Deck is pretty simple. The Index just has a lot more to show off. It's probably still the most advanced virtual reality headset you can get on the market 5 years later. The Steam Deck, on the other hand, is a simple concept. We've seen it before with the Switch. It was never going to blow anybody's mind with crazy graphics or anything like that. So Aperture Desktop did its job. Get it? Job. Not only that, but Valve had to create something that was truly worth getting a VR headset for. To this day, Half-Life Alyx is still the best, most impressive, and involved VR game on the market, by far. And where was Half-Life Alyx supposed to be announced, by the way? That's right, the Game Awards. What's so special about the Game Awards again? Why were people so sure that Half-Life 3 would be announced here, of all places? Oh yeah, that's right. This guy, Jeff Keighley, has been all over the Half-Life franchise before it even came out. So when it was time for Alyx to come out, after 13 years without any Half-Life games, Jeff Keighley was the guy who got all the insider information about the game. It was supposed to be revealed at the Game Awards 2019 after being announced on Twitter earlier that year. Keyword supposed to. There ended up being a delay, and Valve was not able to show it at TGA when the time came. That means Alyx wasn't revealed at the Game Awards, and it wasn't even announced there either. Valve announced it themselves on Twitter months before. See, this is where people get the idea that Half-Life 3 was going to be announced at the Game Awards this year. Spoiler alert, it didn't. You got HOPIUM bros over here totally losing it on the internet. Half-Life 3. I'll level with y'all for a second here. There was never gonna be a chance that Half-Life 3 shows up at the Game Awards out of the blue. First of all, if anything is said about Half-Life 3, Valve's gonna say it themselves. Whether it be on YouTube, Twitter, wherever, we're not just gonna see it drop as a world premiere on one of these E3 wannabe game shows. Valve's just too big for that. Second of all, if we're looking at the Half-Life Alyx playbook over here, we gotta wait for Valve to drop a release date or at least a price tag for their new hardware. There have also been talks lately about the game and the Steam Machine being delayed because of the RAM shortages that have been going on due to AI. Rumor has it that Half-Life 3 is gonna ship with the Steam Machine as a launch title when it drops in 2026. The reason it's not ready to ship right now is because of the RAM shortage I just mentioned. RAM prices have skyrocketed to a point where Valve can't even price the Steam Machine the way they want to. Currently, we're looking at around $700 to $800 for the Steam Machine, based on the parts inside. That's not what Valve is aiming for. The whole point of the Steam Machine is for it to compete with consoles. That's not going to happen at $700 to $800. So, we're at a standstill. Thanks, ChatGPT. I'm sure those urine-stained Ghibli pictures everybody loves so much are worth it. That being said, the stars are aligning, and I think a new Half-Life game is on the horizon. We just gotta be patient and let Valve cook, as always. There's evidence. There's years worth of files and all sorts of crap people have dug up, not to mention all the stuff falling into place with Valve's new hardware. I'm not going to get into it with this video, but to make a long story short, there have been leaks upon leaks upon leaks for a new, non-VR Half-Life game that's been in the pipeline for some time now. I'm going to leave some links in the description to some fantastic videos that go balls deep into all that stuff, compiled by some of the all-time greats in our community. Shout out to Tyler McVicker from VNN and Gabe Follower for keeping the hype alive for all these years. Now, let's not blow our load too quickly, people. The final stretch is within our grasp. Hopium still exists. Half-Life 3 is coming out. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will happen. Until next time.
This is where I get off.
So, you've reached the end of the video. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I appreciate you all. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing. Drop a like, maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. We all know any type of engagement helps boost me in the algorithm, so yeah, it would be much appreciated. I also do live streams quite frequently. I need to nail down a specific schedule. But until then, I'll see you next time. Thank you all so much. Peace out.